In this video, we will learn basic of trigonometry, how to write the ratios of sine, cosine, and tan, plus how to find the missing values or the length of right angle triangles and what's the size of the angle also. So students, first let's introduce the parts in right angle triangle, what's important to understand. Look, we just work on the right angle triangle in these questions. And in the right angle triangle, why we call it? Because I have a 90 degree. As you can see here, this is 90 degree. And opposite to 90 degree, we have a longest side in triangle calling hypotenuse. So I will write down for you hypo, just short part of hypotenuse. Then, if another angle given as this angle as example, this let's say theta, this one as example, then opposite to theta, which is this side, opposite to theta, we call this part opposite. And the one left, we call it adjacent, ADG, or adjacent only. So students, how about if theta wasn't here in this part? How about if theta was in this side? So going to be hypotenuse is stable. Hypotenuse still is opposite to 90 degree. But this part, this time going to be opposite. And the one left going to be adjacent. Alright? Okay students, in this question saying label the sides, which is opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse in each of these triangles. So let's do that. We said opposite to 90 degree in the first one, calling hypo, right? Okay. The angle given theta. So which one going to be opposite? Opposite to this given angle going to be opposite, and the one left is adjacent. So let's take another example. Again, opposite to 90 degree going to be hypotenuse. Opposite to the given angle going to be opposite, and the one left is adjacent. Third one, pause the video before I explain. So opposite to 90, we say this is hypotenuse, okay, and opposite to the given angle, which is this side, it's opposite, and the one left calling adjacent. Dear students, now let's learn ratios of sine, cosine, ratios of sine, cosine, and tangent. We have a word in order to remember the ratios of these three trigonometry functions, which is calling SOHCAHTOA. Students, by this magic word SOHCAHTOA, you're able to remember the ratios. How? This S stands for sine, and A, let's erase this underlines. This part also. A stands for opposite and H stands for hypotenuse. So opposite over hypotenuse. C stands for cosine, and T stands for tangent or tan. Okay, so cosine means adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. So let's take example. Dear students, according to this given triangle, let's write down the ratios of each of them. So remember please the SOHCAHTOA. So first of all, before solving any question, identify the parts or the name of the parts of this triangle that I explained for you in the beginning of the video. So we say opposite to the given 90 degree is what? Is a hypotenuse to the given angle. So this one going to be opposite, and the one left calling adjacent, right? So students, right now, let's write down. So sine of this theta, all of them about this theta. So sine theta. Sine of this theta equals how much? We see sine equal OH, SOHCAHTOA, right? So OH means opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite, how much? The value of opposite is B. So we B over C. Hypotenuse is C, right? About cosine theta. Cosine theta equals how much? Adjacent, SOHCAHTOA, right? So A over H. So A, how much is A small? Over H is hypotenuse, which is C. And finally, tangent or tan theta equals how much? Tau, which is A over A, O over A. So O is how much is B, and A is A small. So this is how to write the trigonometry ratios. Right now, let's take examples, how to find out the missing sides, how to use sine, cosine, and tan by calculator, and plus how to find the size of the missing angles, which is going to be later. All right, thank you. Okay, dear students, let's work out on these two questions. Find the length of x in the following. So in these two triangles that is in front of you right now, let's find out the length of x, or what's the missing side. Let's say that asking in the question. Students, remember what I told you right now? So the magic word is SOHCAHTOA. Remember this one, okay? So first of all, before solving any question, identify the name of the sides like I explained it for you in the video. So opposite to 90, we call it how much? We call it hypotenuse. Opposite to the given angle, calling opposite, and the one left calling adjacent. All right, homie. Right now, check which one given, either by variable or by number. Doesn't matter. So, as you can see, hypotenuse given is 12, and opposite also is x. So opposite and hypotenuse given. Which trigonometry is the best one? Either sine, cosine, or tan. Which one we should use? Which one contain OH? Because x and 12, so which one contain OH? So as you can see, is sine, right? Sine contain O and H, so we should use sine. So we will write sine of the given angle, sine 35 equals, because theta here is 35, opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite how much is x? X over hypotenuse how much is 12. Alright, so what's the denominator of sine 35? The denominator is 1, right? So how to find out the answer? We need to do cross product or cross multiply. Multiply sine 35 with 12 and 1 with x. So we will get x times 1, so only x, and 12 times sine 35 equals how much? I brought calculator. Okay. So we say the sine. So let's press sine. Look in your calculator, you will write 12 like this times by sine 35. Even if you don't close the bracket, it doesn't have problem, but try to close the bracket to learn. Okay, so 12 times sine 35. Remember, you must be on degree, so the answer is 6.88. If you round to the nearest two decimal, so the answer, final answer, going to be 6.88. Okay, let's go to the other one. Again, first step, identify the name of the sides. Opposite to 90, what we call it? We call it hypotenuse. And the other sides, given angle, what's the name of x? Here is opposite. And the one left calling adjacent. Not necessary that always x is O, because in these two questions is by chance. the value of opposite is x. If not, not necessary to be like this always. Okay, be careful. Right now, which one given? As you can see, O and A given. O and A given. Go back to the SOHCAHTOA. Which one contain O and A? We don't need hypotenuse. Hypotenuse, there is no variable, there is no number about hypotenuse, so no need hypotenuse. Only in case if asked to find hypotenuse this side, but here asking for the length of x. So 5 and x given. Where contain O and A? O and A is in the tan, right? So we should say tangent or tan of the angle 27 equals O over A, so x over 5, right? So the denominator again is 1, cross multiply, so equals how much? X times 1 is only x, 5 times tan 27. By calculator, again let's erase this part. Okay, seems like it. So anyway, so students, I paused the video just to find out the answer. So we did by calculator. The answer is x equal, if you round to the nearest two decimal numbers, the final answer is 2.55. It's actually 2.547, but if you round equals 2.55. This is going to be final answer. One more thing left. I'll explain how to find out the size of angle, then we will end the video. Dear students, before finding the angle, size of angle, as you can see in these examples, you need to remember one thing. To find size of any angle in trigonometry functions, we must use sine inverse, cosine inverse, and or tan inverse. So when is asking size of angle like this one, angles inside missing, or here also, so you need to use sine inverse and cosine inverse. All right, let's jump in these two questions. First one saying find the size of the theta. Again, identify the size, please, and remember SOHCAHTOA. So let's write down SOHCAHTOA. Dear students, we had theta. We have theta here. We see opposite to 9. This is hypotenuse. This is opposite. Quickly, this is adjacent, right? And opposite to 90. This is hypotenuse. Giving to theta, this is going to be opposite, and this is adjacent. All right, now let's figure out which one we should use. Here, opposite, let's highlight it, opposite and hypotenuse given. So which one we use? Contain O and H, we use sine. Excellent. So we should say sine theta equals O over H, so 8.1 over 24. We should find only theta, so we should use sine inverse. So if you move the sine inverse to the other side, we get theta equals sine inverse 8.1 over 24. So theta equals how much by calculator? By calculator, students, equals approximately 19.72. And we can use the unit, which is centimeter. Is angle, no centimeter, sorry. Okay, other one, we have this one. So which one given? Let's highlight it again. Adjacent given and hypotenuse given. So which one contain A and H? Is cosine. So cosine contain A and H. Okay, students, so which one you should use? We should use cosine. So we say cosine theta equals adjacent 5.7 over 10.9. Theta equals, we move cosine to other side, equals cosine inverse 5.7 over 10.9. Theta equals, by calculator, if we write this one, so cosine inverse 5.7 divided by 10.9 equals 58.47. 58.47 going to be final answer. I hope you understood, and for any questions please write in the comments below. Until next video, peace out.